Welcome to The Chat, where we take you behind the inbound scenes of some of the world's fastest growing companies. For the past 9 years as Chatmetrics, we've had an exclusive inside view of how these industry leaders are revolutionising inbound marketing and sales across diverse sectors. Each week, we bring you conversations with top minds in marketing and sales, sharing insider secrets and strategies that drive inbound success. Join us on The Chat, your front row seat to the future of inbound. What about optimizing content for search engines? Is it possible that I understand about SEO articles and blog posts, but it's much more than that when you're optimizing for search engines? And if your audience can't find it, because when it's all said and done, that's what the search engine does. It helps your audience find your content that's going to help them solve their problems.
Yeah.
What's some ways that we can make sure that we're optimizing the content for search engines?
Again, it starts with research. You need to find out the keywords that you're trying to convey. If there is a topic that you're writing about, for example, how to run paid ads on Google or whatever the topic might be.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the first step is you go and check out, probably search for that keyword, see what comes out. If the first 5 people, what have they written about it? How long have they gone? What kind of content have they used? Have they used images, videos? What is it that they've done? Content has to come from the right knowledge and the right intent. I think that's the core ingredient of good content. If
Absolutely.
we give our content to be written by a professional content writer who's not a technician by any means, his or her research will be dependent on information that they don't fully understand. So, and if it comes from a person who wants to educate you, is not a professional writer, but has the knowledge of that niche, I think I would rather read that content than some content written by some pro who know nothing about my niche.
Absolutely.
For the reader, it might still sound wonderful. For the SEO, it might still do a great job because that's their profession. But I don't think it'll be very fruitful of content. Once you have decided what topics are you picking, and then you've sat down, you've wrote your content. One thing you have to keep in mind that the keywords that you pick, now if we come to page specific SEO, or keyword specific, then the keyword that you've picked should be present in your content that you've written. And obviously it should be in a very organic manner. And I don't think any search engines actually hate or they want to fork out SEO written content. They want you to write SEO content because that's the only way their search engines, their bots, their crawlers understand that how much weight should they give to a particular page. If you do not optimize your content, they can't do it for you. So it's exactly what they want you to do. People think that no, nobody wants me to write. They don't want me to write SEO content. No, it's wrong. They do want you to write SEO content. They do want everyone to write SEO content, and because that's easy for them now to decide who's done a good job, who has not. Whereas if you've written great content, you haven't optimized that in terms of what H1 headings should be, the main title of the page. That should also be research specific. If you're writing about content writing for amateurs or something like that as a keyword, let's say, and then your heading of your page is something like content writing for everyone, something like that, or has no mentions of content writing, then it's a wrong signal for SEO. And that's not what Google wants. They do want you to write the right content. So once you, sorry, please go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so SEO in this discussion is really about search engine optimization of the particular article. SEO itself has got so many other components to it, but search engine optimized article, very specifically making sure that the keywords of the topic or the content that you're writing about are there so that the search engines can find it and that they do see that this would be relevant to somebody. If somebody's looking for content for marketing for amateurs, then in there it's got to actually say content for marketing for amateurs. Google's not a mind reader in terms of if you've just got talking about all of this stuff and it's just not clear what it's about. So I think
Exactly.
that clarity helps with the reading too, quite frankly, with people reading it.
That's right. Exactly. Yes. When coming back to the where we left off, you need to optimize your content, add some images there, add the right images that because search engines can actually contemplate what is in the image. If there is any text on the image, they can even not necessarily read that text, but they can go to those lengths that so what's on that image.
Mhm.
The videos that you embed, make sure they're relevant videos, even if they're not your videos. If they complement that content, then they should be. I would prefer to pick a video that is relevant and has some good views in on it, because then it has some credibility associated with that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that sums up that how do you optimize your headings, your subheadings, your content in between, your images, your videos, any PDFs you want to attach, or any other resources that you want to point to, some links going to some other websites or something, they better be making sense. And if you have relevant content within your website, then you have to do your internal linking so that you're giving this weight to other pages that Google may want to crawl. That's a
Mm.
huge part of optimizing also.
Okay. Okay. So linking back then to relevant articles to the keywords or the topic that you're writing about for this particular article, or that
Yeah.
might expand on it, for instance, the relative.
Exactly. So if you
Relative.
have prepared your content to the level that you're starting with content writing basics, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and your first article that you write should have some internal links going to stage 2 within
Hmm.
your
Hmm.
website. And there Google will definitely crawl if you've done the right thing, and then they might find some weight to it. Whereas if it is not internally linked, they might come back to that a lot later when they discover that page directly. So
Yeah.
that's the job of internal links, so that they point the crawlers that, okay, I'm talking about content writing for social media. Link, go back to that page. They might want to go there and they see, oh, this is great content too. This is also very qualified. See what's the competition for that keyword. If it is not no competition there, you might just start ranking for that particular keyword right away.
All of these things that can affect the overall speed of SEO for the entire site, really, can't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't want the crawlers to stop where they could have gone further and research more about. You might have a content that's written down on level 4 of a page that, a sub page of a sub page or whatever. They might
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
dig that deep as crawlers has limitations. But if you're pointing it in a good, very well written article or blog or video, whatever, they might just take a step and go and read that content and classify that as some weight to that content. So internal linking is critical, and external linking, obviously.
So it appears to me that aside, as well as the linking to relevant articles, a well-written content for marketing really should almost naturally be SEO optimized. You wouldn't
Yeah,
have to say SEO optimized. The SEO optimization additional components might be the linking to relevant articles and images and alt text on images and so forth. But a well-written article that is easy to read and easy to navigate for the reader incorporates all of those things. It's clear headings. It's
yeah,
clearly sending the message in the heading what the content is about, and there should be clear headings so somebody wants to scan rather than read the whole thing through, or there should be a small summary at the front that'll give you exactly what a summary is of that piece of content on the way through. So it almost appears to me that a naturally well written piece of content for marketing is in fact SEO optimized from the writing perspective if it's
exactly.
done properly.
I'll give you a tip. If you want to ever research it yourself, you pick up a keyword that you want to rank for, go to Google, pick the first 3 or 4 sites. You can go as long, 10 pages, but go for the first 2 or 3 or 4 of them. Go to that page and find on that page how many times that particular keyword has been repeated. Now, as we all hear this, that do not repeat your keywords too much, it's called keyword stuffing. I'm talking about the most competitive keywords on the web. And you will see the first 4 have got that keyword repeated at least 50 times on each page. So is that keyword
Mm.
stuffing? No, it's called keyword optimized. So that tells you that you can do that research by yourself. If you would find anyone ranking for such keywords and doesn't have that keyword on that page, show me that website, because I've never seen one.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And what about mobile friendliness? Does that have an impact or?
Yeah, it has a huge impact. Huge impact when it's searched from the mobile, because obviously Google has got the data. They know that these kind of searches more happen on mobile searches, and the other times they know that this mostly happens on the web, on the desktop more or equally. But that being said, it's a very rare difference that you will go and search something. You might be searching for a blender that you need for your kitchen on your mobile, and then you do the same on your desktop. You will see some difference of the results, mainly in ads, but the organic, you won't see much difference.
Okay.
So you would see the organic difference when you're searching for some things like local service providers like electricians or cleaners and stuff like that. That's when, if your website is not really optimized for mobile, which these kind of searches happen more on mobile than desktops, because it's like household moms and elderly people, whoever, they're searching on their phone, they don't go to a desktop and do that small search.
Yep.
So that might differ from what it shows on the desktop compared to an non-optimized website for mobile. It has differences, but it's not that you will see in every search.
Does it matter from an SEO perspective whether a website is mobile friendly? So do the crawlers actually recognize whether a website is optimized for mobile or not, and would make a decision to reduce the level of importance when somebody searches for that particular keyword? We're going to show that lower down the ranking on mobile because it's not mobile. Whereas, for instance, on the desktop, you might rank number 1 on the desktop, but if it's not mobile optimized, is it likely that you could rank number 3 on mobile, or is it the same on both? Would it be the same on both?
No, I think it'll differ. So, for example, the crawlers do have the ability to read content and follow your pages, follow your links.
Mm-hmm.
They also have somehow the ability to see the layout of the website, because their entire job is to figure out if your website is structured, is it user friendly or not. So more than mobile friendly and responsive to the screens, their simple intent is that if it is user friendly.
User friendly, yeah.
So
Okay.
if it is not responsive at all, it's just not going to fit into any mobile. I think it's then gone to the next level of decision. That's from my understanding. If I was a crawler, what would I do? If I had 5,000 people to rank and I've been given 10 positions only, out of those 5,000, I got to find the best 10. So if I see out of those 5,000, they're like 4,500 doesn't have a mobile friendly website, then I already picked the remaining, and I select out of those which 10 should I want to rank. Now, if out of those, 5,000, all 5,000 have got responsive websites, then I go to the next level, that who's got the best content, who's got the best links, who's got the best backlinks coming to the website and all that. So I think it's all dependent on the competition, what those even search engines and crawlers decide later on, that who ranks and who goes second, third, fourth. But it's in real time, it hardly matters that if you're ranking on desktop for number 3 for something, you search on mobile and you're not there. It's a rare chance. But if you are not mobile friendly and there is a lot of competition, everybody else is mobile friendly, then it's a chance that you won't rank on desktop either.
At all, yeah, of course. Yeah. So yeah, it'd be, if there wasn't much competition, I understand, yet maybe it'd be different on both. But if it's very competitive, then it wouldn't even consider ranking on the desktop. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
If you're the only best content there, they will still rank you regardless of what your website looks like.
Yeah.
Because you're the only one talking about that content.
Yep.
But competition makes the decision.